A young woman was chained in the basement of a factory. She wasn't supposed to be there. Nobody was supposed to know that she was there. The girl had been thrown into the basement of the factory and chained up. Every day, 2 guards would come to check on her, make sure she was still there, and watch her through the cameras in the room. They thought they had her trapped and that she would never escape, but they didn't know how wrong they really were. She was chained to a wall, unable to move or speak. She was only 19 years old, skinny and small. The guards thought she would break down eventually, that she would beg them to let her go or at least tell them who sent her. But she didn't do any of that. She just watched them in silence. It was only when the coast was clear that she would try to talk, screaming at the top of her lungs, "Let me out, let me out," over and over again until the guards came back in. She would chain her mouth shut. But the guards would shake their heads and laugh at her. "Crazy bitch," one of them would say, spitting on the floor. "No one can hear you. No one can see you. You're all alone here." But she knew something they didn't. She had been watching them for days, observing their habits and routines. She knew their weaknesses and strengths, and she knew how to take them down. All she needed was a chance. Then one day it happened. One of the guards got cocky, got too close to her, and reached for the chains that bound her hands behind her back. He wanted to make sure they were tight enough. Maybe he thought he could get away with it. Maybe he thought she wouldn't be able to do anything about it, but he was wrong. As soon as he touched those chains, she reacted. She leaned forward and bit him hard on his fingers. He screamed in pain and pulled his hand away. The other guard rushed over to him, asking what had happened. Together, they looked at the chains. They were broken. Before either of them could react, she was on her feet. She kicked the first guard in the groin, and he fell to the ground, clutching his balls and screaming. The other guard tried to stop her, but she was too quick. She dodged his punches and sent a flying kick his way. He fell like the other guard, hitting his head on the concrete floor. She didn't stop there. She didn't stop until every single guard in that room was on the ground, groaning in pain, holding their aching ribs and bruised faces.
Ow.
She had taken them all down barehanded, one by one. The onlookers were frozen in fear. They couldn't believe what they were seeing. She had turned the tables on them. She had gone from being the humiliated prisoner to being the powerful liberator. And then she did something that shocked them all even more. She walked right past them, ignoring their shocked and fearful faces. She walked out of the basement and into the sunlight. She had shown them that no matter how strong they thought they were, no matter how many chains they used to hold her down, she was still stronger than them. She was still the one who would come out on top. Now, if you've enjoyed this story, you might also like another one just like it. So click on this video on the screen now, and let's get started.